Hello! Welcome to my YouTube channel, 1 Minute Off. Dudes, I got a new mic. My old snowball mic actually broke like last week, and we just got this really nice blue Yeti mic in the store. It's used, but it's fantastic, and I got it at a great price because I got the employee discount. Oh, I'm excited. Here we are. Hopefully my audio issues will disappear completely, but who knows? My name's Abby, and thank you for joining or rejoining me today. If you're a returning viewer, you'll know that this channel is not exactly on its fully on its feet yet. She says to completely remove herself from the responsibility of actually posting consistently. So I'm still, trying out a few different things, a few different topics. I don't want to be a pick-me girl, but I do like music. So, I like to talk about that a little. I like movies, talk about those a little bit. And, sometimes I like to talk about social media and, just the internet in general. That does not exclusively mean I like social media, but I do like talking about it. Though let's just see what we got here today, okay? If you're a new viewer, well, strap in because this one's a little bit of a doozy. It's like a soft doozy, but it's a doozy. But before we get started, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And, let me know if you'd like me to cover some more stuff like this. All right, let's go. So we all know now that Snoop Dogg, whose presence in the zeitgeist I should not really have to explain to the demographic of people watching this video. He's like a big fan of crypto and the metaverse for some reason. Back in December, it was announced that Snoop was going to be involved in this thing called the Sandbox, which I guess is in part of the metaverse somehow, which is actually described as an Ethereum-based platform for creating and monetizing online hangout spaces and gaming experiences. His little verse is aptly named the Snoop verse. I guess is like this digital recreation of his mansion in California, where he will, be throwing parties and concerts. And it already sounds insane, right? And so one of the big stories to come out of all of this, right, the Snoop Dogg metaverse stuff, was that someone actually spent close to $500,000 on a virtual plot of land next to Snoop's, just to be there virtually. And back in February, in this year of our Lord 2022, Snoop actually purchased Death Row Records, which was the very label that launched his own career, and whose former CEO is currently serving 15 years in prison for hitting somebody with a car. Wait, what? This label is obviously pretty well known. They put out Snoop's album Chronic, which has sold like 6 million copies, and they did a lot to bring West Coast gangster rap into the mainstream. And Snoop has now announced that Death Row Records will become the very first NFT record label. Like, I guess he wants it to be a trailblazer like it was once for gangster rap back in the day. So, but this time virtually, though. I'm not really sure how that would work, but more on that later. Now, last Tuesday, March 15th of this year, Snoop unveiled his collaboration with Maker's Place, which is, I guess, an online NFT market, and graphic designer Boss Logic. They revealed this project, Super Cuz, which depicts this rapper as a superhero who fights crime with, like, cannabis vibes around him. I know what you're thinking. Finally! The very reason NFTs were even introduced in the first place. And ignoring the news that apparently he is also allegedly to blame for the removal of several pretty famous albums from pretty famous rappers from Death Row on a lot of these streaming platforms, which fans were incredibly quick to point out on Reddit, one being the very aforementioned album itself. The social media response to this has been, to say the least, not good. All Death Row albums have been removed off Spotify. Why? First thing Snoop Dogg does as owner of Death Row Records is drop an amazing album. Second thing he does is take all past Death Row albums off of streaming services. Bad business move, NFTs suck. So thanks to Snoop Dogg for promoting NFT and making Death Row Records an NFT record label, all the releases except Tupac's will be removed from Spotify and so on. This is actually bullshit. That means no more Dre's Chronic on Spotify. Lol, can't believe Snoop removed all Death Row Records albums except for Tupac's from streaming to make it an NFT label. Stupidest decision ever. No more Doggy Style of the Chronic for now. With this and Donda 2, etc., I feel like pirating music is going to be the norm again. Nostalgic! If they move all Death Row Records to the metaverse or make them NFTs or some stupid like that, I hope it fails miserably. It looks like what we're going to be getting here is 5 different comic book stories about Snoop Dogg's character, who seems to be a self-made crypto trillionaire superhero who fights crime in Angel City. I hope no one hurt themselves too hard stretching on that one. But I mean, the series is designed by Boss Logic, so at least the, inevitable screenshots that will be distributed throughout the internet for everyone to see the very day this drops will probably be pretty good. I myself was not really aware how deep Snoop was into crypto, and guys, he's like kind of all over the place with this. He had like a secret NFT account that he revealed that he ran last September. He joined FaZe Clan for some reason. Like, he's been doing a lot of stuff in and around these parts. So, if you haven't kind of guessed my opinions on NFT at this point, it's kind of a little bit something like, there's this long but really totally worth it video by Folding Ideas called Line Goes Up, which I really recommend if you want to kind of understand more about NFTs, and if you're also feeling a little bit uneasy about them like I am, how bad they are for everyone and everything, especially if you're interested in learning how dumb of a concept they were just to begin with. One major problem about these like huge project announcements, right, is that they always seem to be really, really kind of vague when it comes to like what you're actually getting out of them. Like, okay, let's just take a little bit of a look at the Sandbox Snoopverse page. The doggies are coming to the sandbox. All right. So let's just take a little bit of a look. Oh. They look like Legos, sort of, Like, I know that they're supposed to be pixels or whatever, but did they do any other moves, or it's just that? It's just the one move. No, it's just the one. Yep, it's just the one robotic move. Should we see what's up? It's still this one move, oh my god. Okay, there's a few other dance moves. So they got a few arm movements there. What are the doggies? The doggies are an NFT collection comprised of 10,000 programmatically generated Snoop Dogs. I don't think I ever thought that I'd say the words 10,000 programmatically generated Snoop Dogs playable in the sandbox in my life. Yeah, there's dope avatars. And then there's classic avatars. So these are different. These are mutually exclusive. Here, okay, so we can get the Snoop Dogg Early Access Pass or the Snoop Private Party Pass. Let's start low, Let's kind of start. Okay, so wow, okay, so it's already out. So what do you Okay. Cool. See, my thing is, I'm still like not, what do you get? $1,638. So do you get this there's just, I don't really understand. There's nothing on this page. Now, okay, after seeing all of this, all of what we're shown at this point, it's kind of hard to justify spending this much money, again, when you're not even really sure what you're gonna get. In the case of Supercuz, right, we do kind of know what we're getting, which from what I can really parse out at this point is about 5 different graphic design covers and stories within those. Some sort of content and audio to go along with it. People have bought it. I mean, I'm not, there's still editions left, but people have bought it. But isn't the whole point, like, if there are multiple editions of something, wouldn't that kind of, like, ruin the point of the whole original, whatever. I digress. The collaboration itself actually dropped on March 17th, but it looks like people aren't actually too focused on this, as they're still, pretty mad about the lack of death row albums and all. Snoop Dogg is just one of the latest of this exponentially growing list of celebrities, right, to join the NFT game to really promote all this weird stuff. Despite the controversy that the industry has already created, and despite the lack of momentum that cryptocurrency seems to be facing now, less so NFTs, I mean, they're still kind of popular for some reason, but cryptocurrency seems to be on like a downward trend. But he's not the only one. There was a clip from The Tonight Show with He Who Shall Not Be Named that went pretty viral a few months ago, wherein guest Paris Hilton chats with him about NFTs and how wonderful they are. Just the conversation is just not convincing.
Thank you. I'm so proud. I love being a part of this community and being a voice and sharing my platform and just getting the word out there, because I think it's just such an incredible thing to be a part of.
Yeah, I jumped in.
I know, I heard. I'm so happy I taught you what they were.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
I was going through a lot of them, and I was like, I want something that like kind of reminds me of me, but this one, it does.
This is my ape.
It's yours. Yours is so cool. I love the red heart sunglasses.
As a joke, I put them on, so I've done this. And I love yacht rock and being breezy. So I'm like, yeah. Dude, look at us.
They look like they could be friends.
They're buddies.
I'm glad to see that the reaction to this has been a lot of, people perceiving these celebrity projects as quasi-scams. And also reveal how bad Jimmy Fallon is at pretending he likes something. Snoop himself is not immune to propaganda and scammery because he publicly revealed his tag name on Twitter last year. Anybody who wants to see every single transaction Snoop has ever done can just go and see that. Everything he's ever done on his account. And so by airdropping NFTs into his account, scammers can actually make it look like Snoop bought them himself. And then Snoop fans will buy the NFT because it looks like Snoop did too. So the money spent then just goes to those scammers. To be fair, Snoop has publicly disavowed this on his Twitter, warning users to, be wary when looking through his account, but come on, man. Celebrity endorsements go as far back as media entertainment began, and probably even before that. Monks sold indulgences to all the regular folk, right? Which were basically golden tickets to heaven. They were sort of like the celebrities of the Middle Ages. And, with all this, modern social media brand sponsorship stuff, you don't even have to be, as famous as Snoop Dogg anymore to promote these brands. You just have to have, a pretty good Instagram following or be on, a D-list Hulu show and sport some leggings. Speaking of, follow my Instagram. I promise I will not ever try to sell you a laxative. LOL. And this video is not saying anything new that other YouTubers have already said way better about NFTs already. I just think this is the latest ridiculous thing to happen in this unfortunate series of events in the NFT space, and another latest example of why we should probably just be wary of this weird Hollywood NFT relationship. The convergence of, celebrity endorsements and NFT projects that are, at the very least really vague and at the worst complete scams feels like it's beginning to affect how even longtime hardcore fans of these celebrities are starting to pull their support when these millionaires and billionaires get into crypto and try to sell it to the rest of us. Snoop Dogg is a millionaire. He doesn't fall into the category of people who are going to lose out when it comes to NFTs, even if the whole industry goes ass backwards. But a lot of the people who are his fans and who he convinces into the metaverse might. Okay, yeah, sure. The person who bought the land next to Snoop for $500,000 could, rent it out, lease the property out, but who's gonna buy that? Are you gonna buy that? Are you gonna pay to live in this online virtual apartment building next to Snoop Dogg's giant mansion, waking up every day to the dude next to you who makes more money than you ever will just by blinking? You still have to pay rent online and the landlord still won't come fix your sink. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to. I don't think you want to either. NFTs are not regular consumer products. They're not tangible things you can hold in your hand. And I'm pretty sure that, the customary celebrity endorsement is not going to translate very well to the NFT scene. It already clearly has not. A lot of these crypto companies are actually private, which means we really have no idea who actually invested what in where, which makes the whole thing, shadier. It's isn't it weird, right, that up until this point in history, celebrities who have built up investments and assets and other things than, their main focus, they tend to keep that kind of a secret. There's never been a point where it's been just this out in the open. And while I don't really, in the long run feel bad about millionaires losing money, I do feel like it's important to mention MoonPay, which is the payments processing company, which tends to rely on celebrity endorsements as a marketing strategy, according to this article on CoinDesk.com. Like I said, celebrity endorsement probably just shouldn't be done the same way it always has been within this different online economic model. As a private company, MoonPay has not really actually been super clear about whether or not they're directly paying celebrities for endorsements like these. And, obviously because this information is so vague, it's pretty hard to trust any, celebrity and actually their genuine interest in whatever they're selling when it comes to crypto. The Jimmy Fallon clip. And I'm just going to read this one paragraph out so you can get a sense of what's going on here. In an interview with The Block, MoonPay CEO Ivan Soda-Wright deflected a question as to who approaches whom, describing the company's outreach process as 100% organic, the kind of thing that just happened to spring out of conversations with celebrities who were all excited about the promise of NFTs to transform the way digital rights, intellectual property, and fan relationships are managed. Yeah, it doesn't sound dodgy at all. TLDR moral and story of this video, I guess, is that I think we still need to be pretty wary of trusting or buying anything NFT, crypto related when celebrities are endorsing them. No matter what Snoop does here, no matter if Death Row does succeed as the first NFT record label, however that would even work, he's not gonna lose enough money to regret anything he does here. None of these celebrities are, and they know that they won't, but if you do, you might. As for the Supercuz project, I think it looks pretty cool, but I can't imagine, again, for the life of me, why they wouldn't just do like a regular comic book release for something like this. Fight me in the comments, but maybe I'm wrong here, and there are just some super fun goodies or something, some nice little special nuggets for those willing to pay this amount of money. I'm like looking at the actual covers right now, and I just don't see how it would be better than like a comic book you could actually hold in your hands. That's like sort of the whole point of comic books, right? Just like, the entire point of streaming music is to have a version of that thing that everyone can pay a little bit of money to have available all the time, without downloading more storage onto your phone. And though, the long-term economic outcome of that is certainly debatable, it seems like an NFT record label would really have to find some sort of way to completely bankrupt that economic model, which is increasingly profited over the last decade or so, while NFT and metaverse related content already continues to decline in popularity. What the hell is an NFT record label?
I love yacht rock.
Anyways, I just made this video because I realized I've been slacking a little bit in content on here. I mean, I got 2 part-time jobs and they've been keeping me a little bit busy, but I know I haven't been posting any covers. I'm sorry to the 3 people that do keep up on those. I'm gonna try and keep doing that. I want to keep the promise to myself and at least post 52, at least this year. I've been getting, a little busy at work, but I want to put out more loosely scripted things like this. What do you think about the metaverse and the Snoopverse? Do you think the Supercuz project will be worth the money that it seems to cost? Do you think it will not be? Do you think that celebrity NFT relationships are bad and also not good? Feel free to leave a comment down below on your position on the matter. Again, thank you for watching. I'm Abby. This is 1 Minute Off, and I'm gonna go figure out how to listen to Chronic. Bye.